day and welcome all to watch our news channel today. I am one of the reporter of the day and I hope you all can enjoy our news session today. Today, me and my colleagues will report the news about the mean salary of employees in Malaysia and to analyze relationship between salary, inflation, purchasing power among workers from 2016 to 2020. First, what are salary and wages in economy? In economic terms, salary and wages are regular compensation to employees from a company because of their mental and physical contribution. The salary and wages are similar. Both are the agreement of employees and employer, but the only difference is salary is paid money and not related to the hours worked, whereas wages are paid weekly and usually paid hours basis. Next is the mean salary. The mean salary is what the normal employee makes, and it can be pushed higher or lower by extremely high or extremely low incomes. To calculate the average or mean salary, we just need to sum out the salary for a selected group and divide by the total number of employees in the group. Thus, inflation is the increase in the prices over a period and happen when the demand of market rise so much and money value drop or losses. Inflation is often measured in broad terms, such as general rise in prices or the rise in cost of living. Next is purchasing power in economy. Purchasing power regards to the financial ability to buy products or services. Therefore, inflation, salary, wages, and purchasing power have a relationship that influence each other. For example, with more people working and higher pay, they make more money and have more money to spend on goods or services. When a large number of situations happen in the market, the price increases, leading to an inflation rise.
Okay, next I will talk about the salary and wage recipient in Malaysia start from 2016 to 2020.
The number of salaries and wage received by employer in Malaysia increased by 10.52 million in 2017 compared with 10.16 million in 2016. Then in 2018, increased to 10.49 due to the company buy the high technology machine, but some of the employer do not have the skill or knowledge about the high technology machine. So the number of recipients of this year had been decreased, then increased from 2019 to 2020.
Welcome to Siha session. Now I would like to talk about the salary and wage in Malaysia from 2016 to 2020 and the reason that caused the change of salary and wage.
As we can see, the mean monthly salary and wage in Malaysia increased from 2016 to 2019, which is from 2,463 ringgit Malaysia to 3,224 ringgit Malaysia. The reason that the salaries and wage increase is the living standard of Malaysia increased, and the salary of wage is increased because of the education background, skills, and performance of the employees. It means that many of the employees are highly educated, or the skills of the employee that the company is needed, or the employees have the good performance in the workplace. But the salary and wage is decreased in 2020. This is because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the government has been implemented the movement control order, which is called MCO, and it caused many of business are not functioning properly, that resulting in business losses, and they forced to reduce the salary and wage of the employees to continue the business.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Now you are with me. Today I will talk about the purchasing power by some main group in 2020.
Based on Consumer Price Index, buying power of household consumption in Malaysia recorded 83.3%, down 16.7% over a 10-year period. Two categories of goods and service, communication and clothing footwear, had a purchasing power of more than 100% among the 10 major groups. This showed that compared to 10 years earlier, households could afford to enjoy communication service, clothing, and footwear. Meanwhile, the food and beverage, group recorded the highest decrease in purchasing power followed by restaurants and hotels. It is because, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Movement Control Order, or we call it MCO, has been implemented by government. Economic measure was unstable, so they have influence on the purchasing power by the main group.
Good day everyone. Now I would like to present about the relationship between wage growth and inflation.
Now, the table shows the wage growth and inflation rate from the year 2016 to 2020. The wage growth of 2016 increased from 6.53% to 16.93% in 2017, while inflation rate also increased from 2.09% to 3.87%. Then, the wage growth decline continuously start from the year 2017 until 2020 from 16.93% to negative 9.03%. Besides that, the inflation rate also went down continuously from 3.87% in 2017 until negative 1.14% in 2020. From the line graph, we can clearly see as the wage growth rose, the inflation rate also increased. On the other hand, the wage growth went down when the inflation rate decreased. The most common reason for raising wages is an increase in the minimum wage. Wage increase cause inflation because the cost of the producing goods and services goes up as companies pay their employees more. To make up for the increase in cost, companies must charge more for their goods and services to maintain the same level of profitability. The increase in the price of goods and services is in inflation. Therefore, this indicates that the relationship between wage growth and inflation rate are positive.
Okay, for the last conclusion and suggestion to refine salary and wage paid post-COVID.
It's clear that economic results in Malaysia are affected by the pandemic. Besides shortage in goods service, many businesses have to cope with the social distancing and lockdown restoration, which affect their operation and revenue. The pandemic also drew attention to workplace safety and exploitation of migrant workers working in Malaysia industry. Salaries and wage influence purchasing power. When salary and wage increase, purchasing power increase. Inflation expectations have been playing a more prominent role in the wage setting dynamic than in the past. Moreover, the influence of inflation expectation is being felt over a longer period. The longer inflation and inflation expectation remain elevated, the higher and longer lasting the pressure on wage growth are likely to be. Selection or solution to refine salary and wage paid post-COVID. Number 1, raise the minimum salary and wage. Malaysia increased minimum wage from 1,200 to 1,500 in 2022. The National Wage Consultative Council at 2011 obligated the government to review the minimum wage every 2 years. The last time the minimum wage was reviewed and increased was on February 1, 2020. Number 2, creating more job opportunities. Attract foreign investment. Foreign investment has other benefit beyond injecting new capital. By bringing in new business with connection in different markets, it's opened up additional export opportunities, boosting our overall export performance. Establish export-oriented industry, export-oriented industrialization (EOI), export-led industrialization (ELI), or export-led growth is a trade and economic policy aiming to speed up the industrialization process of the country by exporting goods for which the nation has a comparative advantage.